The truth is, attraction doesn't operate according to the rules you were taught. Human psychology has always been drawn toward what feels rare, limited, and difficult to obtain. We instinctively place greater value on things that appear scarce, not because we're irrational, but because our brains are wired to associate rarity with importance. Think about it. What happens when something is available everywhere, all the time, without effort? Eventually, people stop noticing it. They stop appreciating it. They assume it will always be there. The same principle quietly influences relationships. When your attention becomes unlimited, when your presence becomes guaranteed, when your approval becomes predictable, something dangerous begins to happen. The emotional value of what you're offering slowly starts to decline. Not because you're not enough, not because she is cruel, but because human nature often struggles to appreciate what feels permanently accessible. And here's the part almost nobody talks about. The behaviors that make a man feel loving, devoted, and committed are often the very behaviors that cause him to be taken for granted. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden psychology behind scarcity, why it has such a powerful effect on attraction, and the final principle you'll discover may completely change the way you see value, attention, and relationships forever. To understand why scarcity has such a powerful effect on attraction, you first have to understand something about human nature. Our brains are constantly making judgments about value, and one of the shortcuts they use is surprisingly simple. If something is rare, we instinctively assume it must be important. You see this everywhere. A luxury watch costs far more than it needs to, yet people wait months to get one. A limited edition product sells out within hours, while a similar item sits untouched on the shelf. An exclusive opportunity becomes desirable the moment only a few people can access it. The actual object may not have changed at all, but the perception of value changes dramatically because availability changes. Psychologists have studied this phenomenon for decades. When something feels limited, our attention increases, our curiosity increases, even our emotional attachment increases. The mind begins to treat scarcity as a signal. It quietly asks, if this isn't easy to get, what makes it so valuable? Now here's where most people miss the deeper lesson. This principle doesn't suddenly disappear when relationships enter the picture. Human beings carry the same psychological wiring into social and romantic interactions. We naturally place greater importance on people, experiences, and opportunities that feel meaningful rather than guaranteed. Notice the difference between receiving something you expected and receiving something you weren't sure you would get. The second experience almost always feels more significant, not because the reward is bigger, but because uncertainty magnifies appreciation. This is why scarcity should never be confused with manipulation. Manipulation is about creating artificial games. Scarcity is about understanding how people naturally respond to value. It is the recognition that constant accessibility often reduces appreciation, while healthy limitations create respect. The mistake many men make is believing that unlimited availability automatically communicates love, commitment, and value. In reality, when attention becomes endless, predictable, and unconditional, people can unconsciously stop treating it as something special. What is always available rarely feels precious. And that realization leads to an uncomfortable question. If excessive availability can quietly lower perceived value, what specific behaviors are causing so many men to be taken for granted without even realizing it? That is where the real problem begins. This brings us to the first and most common scarcity mistake men make, and it is so widespread that most people mistake it for kindness. It starts innocently enough. You reply to every message within seconds. You always answer her calls. You rearrange your schedule whenever she needs something. You make yourself available at all times because you believe that's what a caring man does. At first, it feels logical. If you want someone to value you, shouldn't you show them how much they matter? But look closely at what often happens. The more available you become, the less effort she invests. The more you prioritize her, the the less she seems to prioritize you. Eventually, you find yourself wondering how someone you've given so much attention to can seem so indifferent in return. The painful truth is that over-availability often communicates something very different from what you intend. When a man consistently drops everything for one person, it can signal that he has very few competing priorities. When he is always waiting, always responding, always accessible, it can create the impression that his world revolves around her. And whether fair or not, people naturally place greater value on things that appear to have value elsewhere. Think about two men. One immediately abandons his plans whenever she reaches out. The other has goals, commitments, friendships, and responsibilities that occasionally require his attention. Which one appears to have a fuller, more meaningful life? Which one seems more likely to be choosing her rather than needing her? That distinction changes everything, because healthy presence and needy availability are not the same thing. Healthy presence says, I care about you, but I also care about my purpose. Needy availability says, my happiness depends on your attention. One creates respect, the other often creates pressure. Many men fear that having boundaries will make them appear distant or uninterested. In reality, the opposite is often true. People respect those who respect themselves. They value those who value their own time. A valuable man is not difficult to reach because he is playing games. He is difficult to reach sometimes because he has built a life that exists independently of her. And that independence is far more attractive than constant availability will ever be. But availability is only part of the equation. There is another mistake that quietly destroys attraction, and it has become even more common in a world where attention is available 24 hours a day. Attention is one of the most valuable currencies that exists. More valuable than compliments, more valuable than gifts, more valuable than words. Every day, people compete for it on social media, through messages, notifications, and endless streams of content. Why? Because attention is proof that something matters. The problem begins when you give all of yours away too quickly. Imagine meeting someone new and immediately flooding them with constant messages, endless compliments, and uninterrupted focus. At first it may feel generous, it may even feel romantic, but something subtle starts happening beneath the surface. What was once exciting becomes expected. What was once special becomes routine. And what becomes routine slowly loses its emotional impact. Human beings are remarkably adaptable. We get used to almost anything when it becomes predictable. This is why anticipation is often more powerful than gratification itself. Think about the moments in life that kept you emotionally invested. It wasn't always the reward. It was waiting for the reward. It was wondering what would happen next. It was the uncertainty that kept your mind engaged. The same psychological mechanism operates in attraction. When every text arrives instantly, there is no anticipation. When every thought is immediately shared, there is no mystery. When every moment of attention is guaranteed, there is nothing left for the imagination to explore. And the imagination is far more powerful than most people realize. The brain becomes attached to what it anticipates. It replays possibilities. It fills in missing information. It becomes curious about what it cannot fully predict. This is why mystery has fascinated human beings for centuries. Not because mystery provides answers, but because it creates questions. Now, this doesn't mean becoming cold, distant, or intentionally confusing. Healthy mystery isn't about withholding affection. It's about allowing space for curiosity to exist. Because when someone knows exactly what you will do, exactly when you will do it, and exactly how much attention they will receive, emotional investment often declines. But when there is a little uncertainty, a little independence, and a life beyond the relationship, curiosity begins to grow. And curiosity is often the first step toward genuine value. Now we arrive at the most important lesson in this entire conversation, because everything we've discussed so far can easily be misunderstood. Some people hear the word scarcity and immediately think of tactics. They think of delayed replies, calculated distance, or playing hard to get. But those things are surface-level behaviors. They are temporary strategies, and temporary strategies never create lasting value. Real scarcity begins much deeper. The most powerful form of scarcity is emotional self-sufficiency. Think about the people who leave the strongest impression on others. They are rarely the ones constantly asking for approval. They are rarely the ones panicking when someone pulls away. They are rarely the ones chasing reassurance every time uncertainty appears. Instead, they carry a quiet sense of stability. They enjoy connection, but they are not dependent on it. They appreciate attention, but they do not require it to feel worthy. And that difference is impossible to fake for very long. When a man's emotional state rises and falls based entirely on someone else's behavior, pressure enters the relationship. Every delayed response feels threatening. Every moment of distance feels personal. Every disagreement feels like a potential loss. Without realizing it, he begins seeking constant confirmation that everything is okay. But emotional dependence has a hidden cost. It asks another person to become responsible for your sense of security, and that burden can slowly drain attraction because people naturally feel uncomfortable carrying weight that does not belong to them. Emotional stability creates the opposite effect. A self-sufficient man does not become cold when attention disappears. He does not spiral into anxiety when plans change. He does not abandon himself in order to keep someone else interested. He remains grounded because his identity is built on something deeper than external validation. This is where true independence lives, not in pretending not to care, not in acting distant, not in creating artificial scarcity, but in knowing that your value remains intact whether someone chooses to stay or leave. And ironically, that mindset often creates the strongest attraction of all. Because confidence is attractive, stability is attractive, self-respect is attractive. When someone senses that your happiness is not dependent on controlling their behavior, they experience you differently. You stop feeling like a person seeking approval and start feeling like a person choosing connection. And that shift from needing to be valued to already valuing yourself is where real scarcity begins. There is another psychological force at work here, one that is both powerful and uncomfortable. Most people do not fully recognize the value of something while they have unlimited access to it. They recognize it most clearly when that access begins to disappear. Think about how often this happens in everyday life. A relationship ends, and suddenly memories that were once ignored become vivid. A friendship grows distant, and conversations that seemed ordinary start feeling meaningful. An opportunity passes by, and only then do people realize how much they wanted it. The value was always there, but constant access made it easy to overlook. This isn't just emotion, it is human psychology. The mind reacts strongly to loss. In fact, people are often more motivated to avoid losing something than they are to gain something new. That is why absence can create such a powerful shift in perception. When something is no longer guaranteed, attention returns, appreciation returns, awareness returns. But there is an even deeper reason. When someone is constantly present, there is very little left for the imagination to do. Everything feels known, predictable, and familiar. Yet the moment distance appears, the mind starts filling the empty space. Questions emerge, thoughts linger, curiosity wakes up. What are they doing right now? What are they thinking? Have they moved on? Do they still care? The less information available, the more the imagination begins creating its own answers. And imagination is rarely neutral. It often magnifies emotions, amplifies memories, and increases perceived value. This is why people sometimes miss someone more intensely after a period of absence than they did during daily interaction. The mind starts focusing on what is missing rather than what is present. Now, this does not mean disappearing to manipulate people. It does not mean creating distance as a strategy. Healthy withdrawal is different. It happens naturally when a person is genuinely invested in their own life, purpose, growth, and priorities. Because constant exposure can slowly reduce emotional impact, familiarity has benefits. But too much familiarity can also breed complacency. Healthy distance, on the other hand, creates room for appreciation to grow. And this leads us to the final transformation, because the ultimate goal is not to make someone miss you. The ultimate goal is to become the kind of person whose value remains undeniable, whether you are present or absent. That distinction changes everything, and it is where the deepest lesson of all begins. And now we arrive at the final transformation, because if you've been paying attention, you've probably realized that this conversation was never really about texting habits, availability, or creating distance. Those are surface-level behaviors. The deeper lesson has always been about identity. The goal is not manipulation. The goal is not making someone anxious so they chase you. The goal is not manufacturing artificial scarcity to control another person's emotions. The real goal is becoming a man who cannot be taken for granted because his value no longer depends on whether someone else recognizes it. Think about what we've uncovered. The men who struggle most are often the ones constantly trying to prove themselves. They give more attention, more reassurance, more effort, hoping that eventually someone will see their worth. But the harder they chase validation, the further it seems to move away. Why? Because value is rarely communicated through desperation. It is communicated through certainty. Women value what feels valuable, and what feels valuable is rarely needy, rarely approval-seeking, and rarely willing to abandon itself for acceptance. True value comes from purpose. It comes from standards. It comes from self-respect. Most importantly, it comes from emotional independence. When your life has meaning beyond a relationship, you show up differently. You stop treating every interaction like a test of your worth. You stop fearing distance. You stop chasing reassurance. Instead, you become present, confident, and grounded, because your identity is anchored in something deeper than another person's opinion. This is where real freedom begins. A Stoic once said that the strongest person is the one who remains complete within himself. That is the man people respect. That is the man people remember. And ironically, that is often the man people value the most. So, if there is one lesson to carry with you after this video, let it be this. The moment you stop trying to convince people of your value is often the moment they begin to recognize it. Focus on building a life that excites you. Protect your self-respect. Invest in your purpose. Let your value come from who you are, not from who approves of you. And if you're ready to continue developing that mindset, subscribe to the channel. In the next lesson, we'll explore another psychological principle that quietly shapes attraction, respect, and human behavior in ways most people never notice.